Hey guys, Gaston with Rough Country. Today we're going to be installing our hard, low-profile bed cover for the 22 to 25 Toyota Tundra. In no particular order, first up we've got our side rails, one for each side of the bed. We've got the tonneau cover itself. If we come over here, we've got our drain tubes that will channel any water that gets into the rail itself out and away from the interior of the bed. This kit comes with hardware to install on both the cargo management or cargo rail trucks as well as the ones that don't have that system. I'm going to show you how to install both. We're going to do the cargo management side on the passenger side of the truck and the standard install on the driver's side. We've got our strikers that are going to slide onto each rail. We've also got our front support plates. Those also slide onto the rail. We've got the bolts that go with the front support plates. They hold that first panel into place up near the cab of the truck. We also include the tools you need to install. We've got our bulkhead seal that's going to go along the front bulkhead to help keep water out. And back here we've got our bracketry to attach our side rails to our standard bed. That is one without the cargo management system. Here's the standard, and here is the cargo management. Again, I'll go over both of these during the install. First step, while we're here at the bench, we're gonna install our front support plate onto the rail, as well as our striker or sliding rail locking latch. The front support plate is gonna go from the back side. We're gonna move this foam slightly out of the way, line up the grooves, and simply slide it on. And we're going to keep it loose because once we install, we're going to need to line up the hole in this bracket with the hole on the primary panel so we can drop our bolt in. So it's installed as good as it needs to be right now. We're going to go to the opposite side of the rail and install our striker. Then once we do that, I'll show you how to pop in your drain tube on the back side of each rail. All right, now we'll go to the opposite end of the rail here. We're going to pop this end cap off just briefly, and we're gonna take our striker, and just like the other side, we're gonna line the grooves up, and we're gonna leave this loose so we can move it back and forth. We'll go ahead and reinstall our end cap, and then once we get the rail installed, we will position this striker to line up with our latch on our cover. And now we're gonna turn the rail back around one more time, and we're gonna install our drain tube on the side that's going to end up toward the cab of the truck. It's molded to fit the extrusion exactly, so there's no way to mess this up. Just simply push it into place and you're ready to go. I'm gonna repeat that process with our other rail, then we'll install our bulkhead seal onto the truck and we'll be ready to install our side rails. So for our bulkhead seal, we're just gonna peel the backing on this foam seal and get it right up to the edge here and just apply it. Resist the urge to pull it tight like it's a pinstripe or something. Just let it lay and tap it into place. You're gonna do that all the way across the bulkhead here. And then we'll cut it. We've got some excess here. We'll trim it up. First, we're going to install on the side that has the cargo management or the cargo rail. If your truck came with this cargo rail, you probably have a plastic clip on the end. You simply squeeze, get that out of the way. I've lost that long ago. We're going to pretend like I just took that out and we're going to move on. Let me show you our hardware. First up, we've got an eyelet, and this is for connecting to the safety strap on the cover itself. We're going to go ahead and get that in place, and if you'll look, these parts are made to slide directly into this channel, so we will simply drop it into the channel. We're gonna slide it all the way approximately right there. That'll be fine. Next, we've got our mounting brackets. We've got 2 per side. If you've got a longer bed, you may have 3. We're gonna completely remove our insert off of the bracket, and we are gonna slide it into place just like we did the eyelet. Approximately right there. It's for our second bracket. We're gonna take our insert, slide it into place, leave it approximately right there. Now we're ready to set our rail into place. Set it into place, slide it back as far as it'll go. Just make sure everything's lining up about where we want it. And we're gonna take the other portion of our bracket. It is made to fit right into the slot on the rail here. So we will line up the bolt with the portion that we put in the rail itself, and also we're going to line up the bracket with the slot in the rail. Once we do that, we'll tighten the bolt down. Again, we're going to line up our bolt with our insert, start a couple of threads there. Make sure that our bracket goes into the slot just like that. Perfect. Tighten it down. Final step for the installation of the rail is going to be to take our drain tube and route it outside of the bed. Now right now, our support bracket, our eyelet, and our end striker are still loose on the rail. We're going to leave them like that until we install the cover, then we'll finalize their positions. Now that's how you install if your truck has the cargo management or the cargo rail system. Now let's install the standard way if you don't have the rail system. You're going to simply slide underneath the lip here. Then again, this will go into the slot on the rail and we'll tighten it down and it's going to hold it in place. Now before we install the rail, let me show you exactly how these brackets install. Now your standard install bracket, we do not have the eyelet for the safety strap the way we do on the cargo management side. This bracket has a provision for the safety strap to connect to it directly. Let's set the rail in place and we'll get it clamped down. I'm going to slip this under the lip, bring the bracket up, get into the slot just like that, and then tighten it down. We've got this portion of the bracket under this first lip. We've got this portion of the bracket into the slot of the rail. And we'll repeat that with our second bracket. Under the lip, into the slot, just like that. And tighten it down. And finally, we'll route our drain tube. Now we're ready to set the cover in place. Now we need to fold our tonneau cover out a little bit so we can line up our front support bracket that's on the rail with the hole in our primary panel. I'm going to go ahead and install the bolt, and then I'll get underneath and I'll slide our panel into place and we'll tighten it down. So now we've got our front support bracket and we've got our bolt. You can try to line this up, eyeball it, and drop the bolt down, but if you go ahead and drop the bolt down with the bracket loose, and then you're going to just push the bolt up a little, slide the bracket into place. There we go. And let the bolt fall back down. Save yourself a lot of headache. Got a flat washer, a lock washer. We've got our knob. And we'll just tighten that down until the bracket makes contact with the cover right there. And finally, we've got our pin, and that just ensures that this never backs all the way off. And don't forget to tighten up your Allen bolt that is on your front panel support bracket. Just lock it into the rail. We can take our safety strap and clip it into the slot on the bracket. That completes that side. Let's go to this one. So I'm gonna pick the cover up just a little bit, bring the bracket into place, drop it back down, grab my bolt. I'm gonna go ahead and lock the front panel support bracket down with the Allen wrench. All right. And go back, flat washer, lock washer, knob that we will tighten down. We'll insert our pin, and we can't forget about our eyelet. We'll go ahead and give it a couple of turns to lock it down. And then we'll take our carabiner and attach our safety strap. Now let's fold the cover out, check our alignment with our strikers, and that's going to complete the installation. Everything's lining up nice. We're going to go ahead and lock down our striker latches here onto the rail. Loosen it up a little bit. Scoot back just a smidge. There. That's all it takes to install our hard, low-profile cover on the Toyota Tundra. This is a super simple installation. I know you guys can do it, whether you have the cargo management system or you don't. In less than an afternoon, the contents of your bed are going to be protected from the elements as well as light fingers. No matter what truck you have, we've got a bed cover for you. Check us out today at roughcountry.com.